Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, GamersBrew with Stu. It's a new channel that I'll be featuring, covering all types of indie games that are out there on all consoles, such as PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U. I want to see if I want to give them exposure. I want to show them, not only my passion for gaming, but what indie games there are out there. I figured I'd do this sort of video so that I can give it some exposure. It's like, just so that people are aware of what's out there. I know that the mainstream titles that everyone's familiar with, they have all the marketing and brand recognition that you see out there already, billboards, commercials, and whatnot. But the indie gamers or indie game designers, they don't get that. Even though some of the companies like Sony, PlayStation, like PSN and Xbox Live, they advertise for them, and they'll even give you like a sample of them. But seeing someone to give you kind of a feedback of what it feels like to play the game, I think would be very informative to a lot of gamers out there curious about these games. I'm also going to stream them live on Twitch also for some of the games featured, and any games that you guys feel that you might be interested in finding out more on, any titles. You can just leave a comment below as a request, and I'll look into putting them for future episodes. The other thing also, I'll be covering stuff that I bring in, like box openings. Today I'll be covering on Loot Crate. But before we start with that, I'd also cover some mainstream titles that are out there. I'm currently playing games like Destiny myself, Division. But if there's any mainstream title that you guys feel you want to see, I'm always open to those ideas. And that's pretty much it. This video was really designed as and I was inspired by two channels that I watch on YouTube that really kind of for a very long time have kind of I've wanted to do this, but never. I guess there was never the push, or someone never told me to, hey, go for it. I just finally decided, you know what, do it, because there's a community out there for us gamers. I've collected games. I mean, I've played every game since the 80s all the way until now. I've had every single game from the Atari 2600 all the way up until now we have, which is the PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U. I've played many games. I can't say I played every single one of them. It's just way too many for one person to handle in a lifetime. But I look forward to enjoying a lot of them and reviewing quite a few. I'm even willing to go back on retro games and just show off some of the old classic titles, memories that came upon them, what inspired to play these games, and why they helped games today be the way they are now. With all the advancements. And with that said, so the two channels that I want to also give a shout out to, and hopefully they'll accept it, is channel's PeteDorr, Pete's Game Room, because I've been watching him since 2009. When I know he started probably in 2008, but I remember catching him a year after he had started, and it was just like me. He started as a small collector, and he amassed a huge collection. Now he has his channel, which he has a good fan following in the sense that he has gamers that are around him, and that's the kind of community that I'm very into. People who appreciate good game as an art form also. The design of games, role-playing games that I played from young, everything. He's one of the channels I want to give major props to for inspiring, along with Gamester81. He's also another one, John from Gamester81. He's another a retro game collector who he promotes on this channel a lot of these games. He's very involved in the community, and I want to give him a shout out too, because if it wasn't for these two guys, like I said, I guess the motivation wouldn't have kicked in. I wish like someone had told me much earlier to do this, but like everybody else, you start small, then you expand big. You'll also see that behind me, this is a small portion of the type of collection that I have. It's I've amassed it over time. First of all, figure statues, sideshow collectibles, and there's more that I would show eventually. My huge library of games, other collectibles that I have, and the events that I go to. I go to a lot of the events like the gaming expos, the conventions and such. So I hope to stream those live also, or at least to record them and put them up so that people can see what's out there, And that's pretty much, the gist of it. So what do you say we start with today's episode, which is, as I mentioned before, Loot Crate. I just started with Loot Crate last month, so I've known of Loot Crate now for the past, I believe, 8 months. A friend of mine actually put me onto, motivated me to actually push me to go for it, because it was something he knew that I would appreciate. So with that, I want to give a shout out to Alex for the the push to sign up for this. So because of this, they have a lot of cool stuff that randomly comes in. You don't know what you're gonna get every month, but once you sign up for their subscription, you get packages like this, and depending on the theme of that month. So I'm pretty psyched to see what this is, and let's see what we have. This is gonna be a cool thing, I hope. Okay, I see it now. Okay, first one of my personal favorites in terms of movies that I grew up with. Labyrinth. The color's a little out there, but this is a movie that I really loved. It inspired, I guess my love for this movie came from the fact that I played a lot of games back in the day, like Final Fantasy. At the time it was called Dragon Warrior, which was the original Dragon Quest. In America it was known as Dragon Warrior, but in Japan it was known as Dragon Quest. So playing those games and watching this movie, kind of like, it was in the same realm, you understand? It was the same fantasy feeling. It was awesome. I was real young and I was really enthralled with the whole story behind this, so I'm actually pretty psyched that I have one of these. This is going to be cool. This is a good part of my collection. Can't wait. The next part looks pretty interesting. I don't know what this... From the show Vikings. For those of you who watch Vikings... Yes, the Viking horn. Okay, I'm assuming this is what they drink from. Doesn't really say, but I'm gonna say yes. So this is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can get a stand so I can actually place it. Part of my collection also. This is actually real cool. I'm looking forward to displaying this. Put this down. Came with a pin. Hey, that's one of the 20-sided dies from, I believe, this looks like a shield. And the die on the picture, I'm not sure if you can see it. Maybe, hopefully I'm not, putting the camera out of focus, but looks like the die from Dungeons and Dragons. So I grew up on that. I loved that game when I was a kid, and yeah, right, good memory for me. Let's see what else we have. This looks like a poster, I'm assuming. Okay. Okay, so this is awesome actually. This is something that I'm looking forward to streaming, to reviewing also, and maybe get some thoughts on this, but it doesn't require any advertising, just it's Uncharted 4. I am a man of fortune and I must seek my fortune. So this is a cool poster I actually have. I have this on reserve and I can't wait till this comes out. This is pretty cool. This is definitely on my list to stream here or to post up on YouTube. Alright. Alright. This is interesting. I have a pair of Harry Potter socks. I don't know if this is something I can easily walk around with, but this is something good for the collection also, And last but not least, the crate gives me a nice box. Okay, it's a molding. I get it now. I see what this is. So, going back to the pin, this is from, if you guys remember Dungeons and Dragons, there was a 20-sided die. For those of you that remember, for those who don't, Dungeons and Dragons run on a 20-sided die that you can see the numbers that were all over this die, and that's how you moved on the board. Well, they gave me an ice cube tray of that die, which is pretty awesome. I guess you just pour water here, seal it up like so, okay, and you leave it in your freezer for as long as it takes, and you'll have your ice cube straight from here. It's good for the summer coming up, so this is actually real cool. This is what I plan on using. I don't think I'm just playing it, I'm actually going to use it. So, thanks, Loot Crate. Let's see. Loot Crate. Loot Crate's magazine, giving us a little bit of what it is that came in. This is actually very cool. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is definitely one of them. Maybe in one of the videos I'll stream, I'll have the Labyrinth t-shirt on, or maybe, I don't know how I'm going to do with the socks part. But yeah, the t-shirt will definitely be something that I can see myself probably rocking it for one of the videos. Yeah, the box is a good design. It's they put a lot of effort into this. You need to appreciate this as a collector, as a fan of memorabilia, pop culture. This is actually a lot of love they put into this. So this is something I don't want to throw away, because you know this thing is, there's a lot of effort that was put behind this. A nice labyrinth. So I guess as part of the theme, the movie Labyrinth, you have to get the center labyrinth. You know, Dungeons and Dragons, the board, you know, a die. This works well. I like the theme behind this. This month's theme was Quest, so this actually is fitting, and I love it. Believe me, this is something I love. I got lucky on my first month that I got something that I can actually relate with and I appreciate. You know? And I guess that'll be it. All right. So with that being said, if there's any games that you guys feel you want me to review or go over, give my thoughts on, maybe even post up a quick clip on. Yeah, just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. And yeah, I'm going to be doing future episodes like this. Well, hopefully, like I said, maybe on a bi-weekly basis. See how that goes. Maybe if there's a bigger demand, I could put it on a weekly basis. That's not a problem for me. You know, if time permits. Also, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. So anything else that needs to be said. So. Guys, if you can just subscribe and like my video, you know, greatly appreciate it. All right, I'll see you next time.